Once again, a very good evening, Africa. After 5 hours of action to separate these guys that have been 8 in number, we at long last have a final. We are at Pool City Arena, it's a trading center, the building that is called the Sky City Plaza in the city of Kampala, which is the home to the weekly HEYBALL comps that normally happen every Tuesday, if not Wednesday, once a week. The event is in its second edition. The first edition was played just around 7 days ago. The comp was won by the guy that is in the final and the guy that is leading under the name of Ibra Kayanja. He gets a different opponent this time around in the final. Sees Chandiga for the final, for the money, for the pride, and for the chance to be called the HEYBALL champion for week number 2 they are racing to 6. One frame has been played so far and has been won by the guy that calls himself the real machine, Ibrahim Kayanja, trying to win a second event in as many days after winning a money match against Moses Mafia yesterday. He has to make this one count by making kind of a big statement, trying to beat Chandiga in a discipline where he is regarded by some to be the best player in East Africa, maybe Eastern and Southern, on the continent, that is in HEYBALL. One frame down, Caesar Chandiga 0 and Ibrahim Kayanja 1, race to 6. Very first time that these two guys are facing off in a HEYBALL competition, and it is only the second time in the country that we are having a HEYBALL tournament. The first was last week, but I'm saying a second time because this one is the second truly HEYBALL competition played under real HEYBALL rules and played on real HEYBALL equipment. There are about 2 more HEYBALL tables in the country, but this one is the only one and active table so far. And the management of this place, they say that they have 2 more, only that the venue, the space that they have after assembling 14 other pool tables, some of which you can see in the background, can accommodate only 1. There was just a little 3-second buffer on the Facebook stream. I believe now it is sorted, and please be reminded this match is streamed on 2 platforms live at the same time. The Facebook stream is on Break and Finish Live, and also the YouTube stream is on Peter Chove Live, with the Facebook stream being diagonal and YouTube stream being horizontal. Both of them have the same exact commentary, and for those that will be watching the video on a later date, the streaming time for the live action is exactly 10 minutes to 8 p.m. on the Wednesday, the 19th of February 2025. I'm saying that because some of these videos are posted on different platforms and they are posted as if they are live. And at the end of the day, those that watch them find out that they were not live, and because they can hear my voice, they believe that I was part of that kind of foolery. The real machine playing the stripes, which are 4 in number, now 3. There is the 11, the 9, and the 13. The 9, the 11 is the one he's about to put. When he gets done with that, you believe that the rest is a formality. One thing I like about him, Ibrahim Kayanja, is his adaptability from the small table to the big table, because Uganda is predominantly a black ball country. This is the only HEYBALL table which is in use, but I think he tries to find some time to come and train from here. Last week he played so well in the competition, winning it pretty much comfortably. I have to admit I didn't expect him to beat Amos in the final. The guy came real good, but we are having him. We are seeing his first real weakness on the HEYBALL table. He has used the mechanical bridge because of the size of the table, and he has not been able to have balance of power, drawing the white ball backwards, spinning backwards. He has moved the white ball further than he would have wanted. What looks like a formality of a clearance for Ibrahim Kayanja now looks like a frame. He is about to lose the 2 of his balls. He has played them out of position, but has gotten very, very, very lucky. No luckier way than this. Caesar finds the black. Actually, it was a very effective shot for Caesar to try and find the black. And white ball, also Caesar being a little bit lucky that it played one of Ibrahim Kayanja's solids. The 14 he has just played close to the cushion. Caesar simply wants to tap and play snooker. This is very good game reading. Should Ibrahim Kayanja foul, Caesar will be at liberty to lift the white ball, place it right behind the black, and make the easiest pot of the same black. Even when Ibrahim Kayanja finds one of his balls, as long as he doesn't pot, chance that Caesar will be potting the black. So big chance that this frame will be an equalizer for Caesar. Yes, Kayanja finds the 13. It's actually the 9, but that won't matter because Caesar will be equalizing here in a race to 6. It is 1-1. And guys, you are watching HEYBALL, Ugandan style, the discipline that is born and bred in China, having the biggest billiards competition in the world. And I'm also hearing a rumor that if billiards is to be included in the Olympiad, in the Olympic Games, for any of the coming Olympic Games, there is a chance that the discipline could be HEYBALL, because it seems the Chinese are more advanced than maybe the Europeans and the Americans in maybe their negotiation power, having billiards included in the Olympics. So maybe, while you may watch this match and it is not as entertaining as it will be if these guys were facing off in the small table, which they are accustomed to, maybe HEYBALL is the way to go. That's where the money is. The one thing that I like the HEYBALL World Championships organizers to do, for me to feel that the event is more neutral, is to move it, the World Championships, to move the event from China to the other different countries where the discipline is played. But I read somewhere that the World Championships are to be held every year in China. That one doesn't augur so well for me. And please be reminded, guys, that when a player fouls 3 times on the break, it tantamounts to loss of rack, loss of frame, game down. Whether or not the fouls on the break are consecutive, as long as it is still in the same match. It could be in a different frame, in a different game, as long as it is in the same match. For instance, in the final, if Caesar is now on 1 foul, Ibrahim Kayanja is asking him to break again. Remember, for the foul to be legal and valid, there have to be at least 4 balls either potted or crossing the head string, the line behind which these guys break. Akim Mango, you say it could have been raised to 9. You want to keep watching and watching and watching, yeah? I know it was planned for race to 6 and the rest of the tournament is race to 5. And race to 9 in HEYBALL, by the way, takes a lot of time. And this tournament is not timed. So race to 9, you could very easily have these guys play out for 2 hours. So that is the second foul on the break by Caesar. Whether or not he breaks well in his upcoming break, the 2 fouls on the break will remain counting. And any time in this ongoing match that Caesar fouls on the break, it will be a frame won by Ibrahim Kayanja. That time could be now that Caesar is about to break. Thank you for watching, my good friend Kanso Ramadan Omonya. Must be very happy that his boy is playing HEYBALL competition in Uganda, because previously, for the last 2 years that he has been playing the HEYBALL World Championships, Caesar, he has been getting HEYBALL training only when he crosses the border to Kenya. But at least this table provides him opportunity as ambassador to train and then have some competition before the big events, by the way, which he became the first Ugandan to reach the prize bracket, winning the $1,500 last year. Has to break well. I can see one ball crossing, and the second should be a loss of frame. This one should be loss of rack. The players are in consonance, they are in agreement that Caesar has fouled on the break for the third time. Frame number 3 goes the way of the real machine. He leads to 1. Welcome to the stream. Simmons on Abson Jumel. Yes, guys, it's true that Ugandan weekly comps don't have too much money on them. That is the only reason why we are able to have them regularly. Yeah. So the winner of this match, they have been only 8. They have played out for the last 4 hours. This one is the 5th. One of them takes $50, another takes $100. Then, yeah, that is it for the day. The bigger picture is to keep the sport running and to have them more involved in competition. Uganda is the leading hub for pool on the continent. There are so many pool competitions in Uganda more than anywhere else. These guys, because of the regular competition, I have to tell you, they were not anywhere among the continent's best players, if I can say 10 years ago. I'm not saying these exact players, but Ugandan players. But nowadays, when you are rating the continent's best players, you look to South Africa as just as much as you look up to Uganda, just as much as you look up to Zambia, to Zimbabwe. These other countries where the sport is played so fondly. So it's only good to have regular competition. There's no harm in that. Thank you, Osmas Chikoto, watching on Facebook, and you say you're supporting Caesar Washington White. Hi to you. Thank you for appreciating what you call entertainment. Kaimana Noah, you are watching from Solwezi in Zambia. Thank you for watching. Tuka Monday, thank you for appreciation. Watching United Chance and Tala. Thank you for watching. Tanaka Mwatupa, supporting the Scorpion. Dr. Nzou, you said this is interesting. Nzou must be from Zimbabwe. I know that Nzou means elephant in Shona. So because I know Nzou, I am just assuming that Dr. Nzou is a Zim. Caesar misses the 2. Grants white ball for Kayanja, who has the strips. A little bit tricky. I don't think by any stretch of imagination that he can finish this strips frame. If he does, then he is something of a new beast, most especially in HEYBALL. I have to admit, I admire Kayanja's adaptability from black ball to HEYBALL. He's queuing so well. He did take down a player that has been playing HEYBALL for the last 5 years in last week's final, that is Amos. Now he's showing that he can match Caesar, who is considered one of the best HEYBALL players on the continent. Of course, behind, I think officially the best player on the continent in HEYBALL is Morocco's Imad Lassini. And with due respect to other guys like Jeremiah Naido, Jason Theron, the South African. By the way, the World HEYBALL Championships are happening in about 2 months' time, on the 26th of April this year. Now in the semi-final, when Caesar went 3 down against Amos, I realistically thought that Amos was winning that match. But with this guy, you can never know what is about to come your way when you are having him as an opponent. Very, very big miss. One thing I really wonder is that most of the time Caesar is having a shot that looks relatively straight, even though there may be a big distance between the white ball and the object ball he's playing. He goes for power. And the misses he has been having in this tournament today have been those shots where he has been playing them with too much power. Finds the black, almost sunk it in what would have been the best shot of the tournament so far. Nonetheless, it remains a frame that is kind of poised the way of the real machine, who is having a very good 1 or 2 weeks. Last week he did win this competition. Yesterday he won a money match against Mafia. If he can win this tournament, then it will be 2 tournaments and 1 money match, all within the space of 8 days. It doesn't come any better than that. And yes, this weekend there is a tournament that is happening in the Western District of Mbarara, 64-man comp, which both of these guys will be participating in, about way more than 200 kilometers west of Kampala, the district of Mbarara at Paul Games Bar. That is the next comp I will be streaming. And then next week, I'm not so sure, but then the last weekend of the year, that is the weekend after this, then the Polar Station of Uganda will be having its first championship of the year. It's called the Grand Open. It will be happening in the Midwestern District of Fort Portal. Then the following week, the Pole Queen Championships for ladies only, happening in the Northern District of Kitgum, and that is for guys who know the map of Uganda. The machine is trying to crush the Scorpion, and the trial is realistically achievable. He now has a 12, the ball closest to the bottom of your screen, and the 11, which is portable to the center pocket, starting with the 11, probably having top spin white ball bouncing off the cushion, just like that. That will do. The cut he's having on the 12 gives him natural movement of the white ball off 2 cushions, and will be putting black to the center pocket on the right, but has to be accurate first. If you do remember, the shot which denied Amos in the final last week was pretty much exactly this kind of shot, this kind of range. Same table, same pocket, but Ibrahim Kayanja is more careful and gets it right. We'll be having one of the easier pots of the black that he'll be having in this final to lead 3-1 to become some kind of favorite against Caesar for the money. Ibrahim Kayanja 3 and Caesar Chandiga 1. There we are. Ibrahim Kayanja 4 and Caesar Chandiga 1, meaning that Kayanja needs to win 2. Caesar Chandiga needs to win 5 out of the next 6. Now an overwhelming favorite, Ibrahim Kayanja, to win this competition. I now want to dedicate this match to Mr. Wisdom Ndege, one of the stalwarts of the sport of HEYBALL on the continent. Every time there is a competition, an international competition in Zimbabwe, he's really restless. I did get a chance to visit his home in Bulawayo about a year or so ago. He has a HEYBALL table and was inviting all of the players, and I remember some guys even making him uncomfortable in his sleep. They were playing playing HEYBALL for the whole night, and was really very willing to share what he knows about HEYBALL, which they don't know. He has his HEYBALL attire. He has played in various editions of the World HEYBALL Championships, although he has not reached the prize bracket at all. Of late, he has not been participating, but a very good source of inspiration for this sport on the continent. Take your flowers, Wisdom Ndege. But in terms of playing, you are some kind of big fish. There's this casual way with which Caesar sometimes plays, then you question his seriousness. Like you can see, a little bit casual. I was switching network after realizing a little bit of buffering of the Facebook stream. Now Facebook, I think you are good to go. Like no more buffering, I want to believe. The YouTube stream from where I'm watching from someone's gadget looks pretty beautiful. What also looks pretty beautiful is the attacking play of Ibrahim Kayanja in this match, because he could very easily win a 5th here. In a race to 6, he has a 12 striped to the ball, which is right in the middle of the table. And then the one he's about to play has to use it. He has to be on target, which is not so formal. But to him, maybe it was a formality putting the 11. He has the 12 now. After that one, the 8. And then, just like that, it will be him needing 1 out of 5. Now, On the 8 ball, he simply needs to roll, but I don't think he will. He takes a very deep breath. That is what trying to beat Caesar does mean for these Ugandan players. Aims for the 8 and shoots and sinks and wins a fifth out of 6 frames to go. 5 frames to go. Caesar Chandiga needs to win them all or else succumb to the might of the real machine in the discipline in which Caesar is ambassador. Caesar 1 and Kayanja 5. Rest to 6. Game on. The last thing he needs is to foul on the break because Ibra will just let him to keep breaking. Which kind of break will be? 3 balls crossing, and the fourth, it is a good break actually. A very good break because he doesn't even do a very good split of the balls after being a dry break. This one will be a frame that will be taking a little bit longer than many of the frames that have been happening in this match, because of course of the number of balls, the stripes and solids that are piled up just around the bottom end of the table. He's going for the solids. Always very difficult to go for power and then pot. When you look at the pocket itself from a distance, there's a way it looks welcoming and a little bit big. You first shoot into it, then you realize how narrow these pockets of the HEYBALL tables can be. No cheating whatsoever. The ball has to be direct into the narrow pocket without hitting any part of the jaw of the same pocket. Any contact between ball and jaw takes the ball out, but on the small table, if it happens with little power, the pocket is cheated and many of the times the player gets to pot a ball. Another of Caesar's unexpected misses that have been coming handy, by the way, in this competition. The match that we saw, like the real abilities of Caesar, was maybe the closing stages of the semi-final between himself and Amos. Maybe he has been a little bit complacent, Caesar, in this match. Maybe he came thinking and knowing and believing that in any way he will be taking on Ibrahim Kayanja. I want to believe that the real machine has been having time on this table. You cannot play this good on this table without having time on it. One thing I am sure is that he is born and bred in this area. It is this area that has raised him up as a person and player. So he's the home guy. I believe he gets time on this table. Something that Caesar may have taken lightly, and I want to believe that Caesar may not lose this frame, but it will be very unlikely that he will be winning this final. And probably if he's to come back next week, then he will be knowing that there is a guy that is called Ibrahim Kayanja, whom Caesar must be at his very best to beat, even on the joy table, which in this case is supposed to be Caesar's table, who is now on only one solid, the 3, and then the 8, which is the black ball, which you may want to put to the corresponding corner pockets on the bottom left and bottom right of your screen for the 3 and the 8 respectively. Seems to be going for backspin, drawing the white ball backwards, moving towards the direction of the black, just like that. Maybe he wanted it further back, but maybe that will do. He has first to be on target with a sharp cut of the black ball, also controlling the white ball not to risk putting it to the center pocket. White ball is well controlled. The ball seems to be slightly off target. Yes, it is. But even though Kayanja has been playing so well in this match, I don't think he can win this frame. Most especially considering the fact that even though he is to snooker like he's about to, should seize a foul, then there's nothing like two shots. It is just a loss of turn. Caesar could be tempted to play mass shot, curve the big white ball round the 15 to try and find the 8, which if he finds will be potting. It will be one of the better shots of the competition. Lovely shooting from the Scorpion. Sometimes even when things are not going his way, you get to see flashes of his brilliance. Caesar Chandiga 2 and Ibrahim Kayanja 5. And while I still think that Ibrahim Kayanja is favorite for the victory, the last two frames have acted as a very polite reminder to him that the Scorpion can only get done and dusted when the match is over. As long as he still has a fighting chance, he will give the fight to you. 5-3, Ibrahim Kayanja leading, 3 frames to go, all of which is a must win to win this match, to win this tournament, to win this final. Thank you for watching. David Chan from watching on YouTube. Alostos, Pius Omega, Machine Shop Kingsley Mbene. Also watching on YouTube, Spice Teviansala, always watching on Facebook. It is a preferred platform. Princess Bushra supporting Caesar with Sir John Steven. You're asking where did Mr. Smartcast Sozi Joseph go? Yeah, maybe he'll be participant in these comps sometime to come, but not yet. But he's one of those players that are looking forward to the World HEYBALL Championships. I just think this one is a very good opportunity to test your abilities before you try and go and face the Chinese. Sehobai Sene, thank you for watching. You are watching on Break and Finish Live Facebook. Valeria Crush, Senyanjo Isaac Sams, also supporting Caesar. Ramonwedi Chilidzi, thank you for watching. Also supporting the Scorpion Extra. Thank you for watching. Just as long as Mobs Mosh, who thinks you're supporting Caesar, you want him to teach Ibra how to rack the balls. Okay, the rack has ended up into a successful break by Caesar. And this one is the second tournament in a row. No player has of yet broken and finished a frame. That is testament to how difficult it is to pot on this table. Don't take it lightly from where you're watching. Actually, from your screen, it looks maybe same like the small table, the ultimate table, the blackboard table, the 8-ball table. This is a different ball game altogether. This table is more than twice as big. The pockets are small. The balls are more than twice, maybe twice as big as the balls that are used in black ball, and the amount of energy used is different. The way the white ball is played is different. The table is different. Everything is different. Power balance is different, and of course the tactics for winning are way more different. That is testament of how difficult it is to pot on this table. How many times does Caesar pot balls very effortlessly on the small table, and how many times have you seen him miss balls that look relatively easy on this one? I'm not so sure Kayanja has sight of the 6. By the way, he's tensing. Yes, he has. Not really. He's actually playing the solids, the stripes, not the solids. It's Caesar playing the solids, which are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While the stripes, so if I bring Kayanja, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also 5. There's that kind of way he can play a shot with a little power, Kayanja Ibra, but then gets to pot it and makes it look easy. It is a sign of someone who has been training on these tables. I just think that yes, he does come to this venue in his free time and does some practice. He is even mastering how to play double bank shot, even at such long range. The amount of energy he used to try and pot the 11 off the cushion by double, the energy that just sets the ball once you miss the pot. So I'll try to displace the same pocket with his own ball with the sharp cut of this solid purple. Displacement is not so successful because Caesar's own ball is frozen right against the cushion, while Kayanja's already remains still potable. To play the 11, he's now having the 15, and the one near the center pocket on the left. After that one, he will be left with one solid, the ball that is near the corner pocket on the top left of your screen. He has to pot and then control the white ball not to get himself snookered. Well played, Real Machine. Maybe the shot that Caesar played last was the last shot that he played in today's competition, because the Real Machine needs simply to put one more solid, and then black is for the taking to the center pocket on the left. That should be Kayanja's victory lap. Controlling the white ball most of the time has never ever been his problem, whether with skill, whether with precision, whether with power. He goes with simply power balance, allowing himself just sight of the black, the 8 ball near the center pocket on the left, which he will need to roll to that same center pocket. Sometimes it's tempting to put it to the bottom corner pocket on the left. Goes for the center and puts it, and white is also potted. That will be the most painful of all the 4 frames that Ibrahim Kayanja has lost in this match. Maybe destiny is against the Real Machine, and I cannot believe my eyes that Caesar has a fighting chance. As long as he can win one more frame, he will take this one to a decider. Fans have started tipping Caesar. That's what they do to him, simply to motivate him. And yes, the match now has a crowd of over 100 people at the venue watching, and it looks as though just around 1,000 people watching online. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Africa. To make matters worse for Ibra Kayanja, it is a foul. And the information I want to give to the Ibra Kayanja fans watching online is that it is the second foul on which Ibrahim Kayanja is. Should he foul again, it will be a frame lost. It will be Caesar's equalizer. Should he foul again, should he foul on this break? Clearly, this one could be the most important shot he's playing in this final so far. He's under pressure. Even the rack sometimes is getting it wrong. A little bit of panic mode for the Real Machine. A final that he was winning quite easily is a final now could go either way to either of the players. He must prevent a foul on the break simply to keep frame number 10 going. There's a shot aiming for the top ball. Hits the top ball. 1, 2, 3 balls crossing. I think 4, if not 5. It is a very good break. The frame can proceed. And the way he had a very deep breath simply by being able to pot legally. The Scorpion is going for the solids. The 4 is gone. He's getting white for the 7. He has unfortunately played the 1 so close to the 12, which is a stripe for Ibra Kayanja. I believe he must be playing the 7. The ball closes to the cushion on the bottom, also on the left. He doesn't put the 7. His intention was to put it because he had gotten himself accurate white for the 5. Fighting chance for Kayanja Ibra, but this time playing under very enormous pressure. At one point he looked like he was home and dry, needing 1 out of 5. Now he just needs 1 out of 2, and should he not win this frame, then Just like that, we shall be having a decider. Somehow, sometimes this sport can be so ruthless. Aki Singo, you say you want to play Caesar in a money match? Just inbox the page. Yeah. When it will be your turn to be watched live. Meanwhile, there has been about a 1 minute network glitch on the Facebook stream. Folks that are having a little bit of network issues watching on Facebook, kindly go to the YouTube stream. It looks flawless. The YouTube streaming platform, which has the same video, by the way, even more clear, is Peter Chobe Live YouTube. Simply type Peter Chobe Live in Google or in YouTube, and then it gives you the result. And the first match that pins up on the top is the match that is going on live, and it is this final. But if you are comfortable with Facebook, still no problem. Caesar Chandiga is onto the 8-ball, the black. He is snookered. He has already demonstrated in this match that he can play a little bit of magic. And should he foul, now this one will be the real opportunity for the real machine. Will he find the black? Yes, he will. Will he put the white? No, he will not. I believe Ibrahim Kayanja will be playing the 9, the ball that is looking at and then playing the white ball towards the top end of the table on the left, simply to deny Caesar sight of the 8 ball. You can see where he's pressing the cue stick. That is where he thinks the white ball will go when he plays a defense safety shot. Simply play the 9 of the cushion, white ball moving towards the left bottom of the screen. Just like that, hiding white ball behind the 10. Perfect. That one could be easily the turning point of this match. Of course, Caesar will not be failing to find the black of the cushion, but at least Ibrahim Kayanja now has hope of winning this tournament by winning this frame. He will go for very little power, finds the black, plays it right against the cushion. This is where it's now changing. You can see Ibra's body language now, a guy that has very rejuvenated hope of winning this final by winning the ongoing frame, and this is him going for attack. Will he foul here? Not a foul, because the 9 did reach the jaw of that center pocket, but that was close. Caesar will again be going with very little power, simply not to open up the black. Just like that, finds it. And the more Caesar plays the black ball towards the cushion, the more Ibrahim Kayanja makes his ball's position be even better. That is the brain game that is going on in between these two players. Caesar once again plays safety simply by not allowing himself to play the black ball with power, such that if Ibrahim Kayanja is to play it, he finds this difficult, if not impossible, to pot. That is seemingly a foul. It is a foul because no ball reached the cushion. Caesar has the right to lift the white ball, place it anywhere on the table, but it is simply a loss of turn, nothing like 2 shots here. There's some disadvantage he has even in this situation. That is why he's going for the top corner on the right, because in case he doesn't pot the black, it is blocking the passage of Ibra's 11, which is right in front of that same pocket. That is the reason why he is not going for the immediate corner pocket closest to the bottom of the screen on the right. He will go for precision, very little power. Try to pot, or still set. He is likely to pot. No, he won't. And neither does he set properly. There is space between the black, the 8 ball, and the jaw of the corner pocket on the top where Ibra Kayanja can pass his yellow. This frame seems to be done and dusted in favor of the real machine, most especially if you can make a clearance of this stripes frame. Puts the 14 off the 12 and opens up the 12 off the cushion. Every time he kills, every time he pots, every time he inspects the table, he looks more likely to finish this frame in his current visit of the table. If he finishes the frame, he finishes the match. If he finishes the match, he finishes the tournament and will be a 2-time winner of the Ugandan HEYBALL weekly comps. Now should be playing the 9, the easiest of the balls on the table. This one, even Francis Mkwekwe can pot. Ibrahim Kayanja makes light work of it. The 15 to the center pocket on the right, the 10 to the center pocket on the left, the 11 to the corner pocket where there is the black. And in that motion, if he's able to control the white ball, the frame is as good as gone. The 15 is done. He will be starting with the 11. He doesn't need to put the 11 off the 8 because the 8 is positioned in a very portable area. Doesn't need to displace it whatsoever. The trick is to avoid contact between 11 and 8, which he gets. Now, that is the round of applause from the fans. Most of them are Kayanja fans because he is born and bred in the area. He is the home guy and is seemingly winning a second weekly competition in a row in the discipline of HEYBALL. This time, taking down Africa's HEYBALL ambassador for the second week in a row. For the second time in 7 days, Kayanja Ibra is champion. He will be congratulated by Caesar. A very happy, a very smiley Ibra. A very worthy tournament he is winning, and it is such a transformation of the real machine from black ball to HEYBALL. Such a very successful transformation, playing so well and taking down players who are seasoned HEYBALL champions. And in the final score is Ibrahim Kayanja 6 and Chandiga 4. Thank you for being a wonderful audience, and may the Almighty God bless the rest of your evening. We meet on Saturday.